So first thing up, obviously we have is Star Wars Legends coming to Marvel Unlimited.
Yep.
What can we expect from that?
Well, Marvel Unlimited is a subscription service where you pay a monthly fee and you have access to, I think, over 15,000 Marvel comics, and now, in addition, over 500 Star Wars Legends comics, including the ones that Marvel did back in the day,
Yep.
as well as the ones that were done in the interim with Dark Horse Comics. And then it's not quite gotten up to the new ones that we've been doing, but those will be there probably in the next 6 months or so.
Yeah, because the new series we're doing are all set within the canon, and everything else is now classified under Star Wars Legends. So this will be encompassing every single Star Wars Legends comic that's ever come out. We've got 500 up now, but the line's just going to keep growing monthly.
15,000 Star Wars comics. Where do you start?
Well, 15,000 Marvel comics.
Marvel comics.
500 Star Wars comics so far. Where do you start? That's a good question. I would say probably the original 70s Marvel comics first issue came out before the first movie, in fact.
Yeah, let's remember that was a great issue, oversized too, when it came out.
Cool, very cool. And you also announced, leading into Celebration, the Lando's getting a comic book. So why Lando? Why was Lando the next candidate to get his own miniseries?
Because he's so smooth. Because he's so awesome. He charmed us into it. Lando is a super cool character, and Charles Soule, who's the writer of it, absolutely loves him. He's one of his favorite Star Wars characters of all time. He's been writing it. He's the writer of Death of Wolverine that recently happened. Top-notch writer, She-Hulk comic we've been doing recently. And Alex Maleev, who's the artist, he's terrific as well. He drew Brian Bendis' run of Daredevil and Empire of the Dead, the George Romero comic we did recently. A lot of great stuff, They have so much fun ideas. Lando gets in a lot of trouble, and it's a lot of fun watching him get out.
Yeah, when you first sent me that pitch, I was just blown away. You're like, it's good, and I read it, and I was like, oh my God, it's a roller coaster ride, you know?
So the one detail of that comic I sort of latched onto is that he's not going to have the Millennium Falcon. That's with Han, right?
Yep, still with Han.
But he is going to have another kind of cool ship. What can you tell me about this cool ship?
I can't say too much, but yeah, it's a very, very cool ship. It's one that he definitely should not have. I'll say that much.
And it does have an attachment to the other people in the Star Wars universe set at that time period.
Is it one we've seen before, or is it like a brand new ship to try and rival?
Don't want to give that away
Okay,
just yet.
sure. I like to open my presents on Christmas, you know. It's
Yeah,
good. So, and also, sort of the big thing we've all been looking for is like sort of to bridge the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. And for you guys, that's going to be Shattered Empire. And you announced a creative team for that. Who do you got?
Greg Rucka is going to be writing it, who is a terrific writer. He's written tons of stuff for Marvel,
Yep.
including, well, he wrote a Punisher series most recently, I think, was the thing he did for us. And the artist on this is the same artist who did that Punisher series with him, Marco Cacchetto. They are a great team. They collaborate so well together. It's going to be really cool. We can't say too much about the plot at this point, but it's really good.
And we shouldn't say this because we don't want to anger his current editor, but Marco has been so excited. He's got another book he's supposed to be drawing, Avengers World, but he's been sending in all this Star Wars stuff. It's like, we don't want Tom to get mad, but keep sending it.
He's so excited to
Yeah,
draw it. He's
exactly.
drawing it ahead of the Avengers stuff. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, I know you're not allowed to give any details, or you have to even say like who the comic is about. You have the main cast partying with the Ewoks on the cover there. Are they going to be in the comic book?
That's about all we can reveal at this point is the beautiful Phil Noto image that, gives us some hint of what's there and things to come, but we can't say really anything beyond what's represented visually on that piece.
Sure. Okay, and also just like taking a step back, what is it like to be making the new canon for Star Wars?
It's pretty exciting. Working with the story group is terrific. They're great collaborators, and they have an overview of everything that's going on in the Star Wars universe, from the films to the TV shows to the games to the books. And so being able to work with them and trying to find spaces to tell great stories and ways to connect our stories to the other stories that are being done, it's a real blast, and it's an honor to be part of that team.
Yeah, and I grew up loving three things: Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney. So I had my dream job working at Marvel, and then Disney buys Marvel, and then Disney buys Star Wars, and then we get the Star Wars license. It's like, oh my God.
Perfect. It's a trinity.
What more do I need in life?
And what has been your favorite new addition to Star Wars canon that's come from the Marvel comic books?
Definitely 000, the evil protocol droid.
The murder bots?
Yes, they're so much fun. C-3PO has always been my favorite character, so this highly effective and highly deadly C-3PO is pretty awesome.
What about you?
And for me, it's the exploration of what happened to the survivors of Alderaan after a blow-up. You know, we really never addressed that in either of the films. And for us, Mark Waid, Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson, to be able to go back and tell that story of Leia trying to explore her culture. She just lost not just relatives, her entire planet. I mean, it's something unspeakable. But to her to go back and find those survivors and see how they've been reacting to it is just such a touching, emotional story that has such deep roots in the Star Wars universe. It's been fantastic to be able to explore.
Yeah, that's been my favorite of the new Star Wars comics. Definitely a lot of feels in that. So just one, we're gonna close out here. Final question: just what are the final words you have for fans about Star Wars coming home to Marvel?
Oh, goodness. I hope you love Star Wars as much as we do, and I hope you love what we do with Star Wars as much as we love doing it.
You know, and Marvel's made our bones over the years on great creators, great characters, great stories. We did it with the Marvel characters, and now I think we're doing the exact same thing with the breadth of the Star Wars universe, and I hope you're liking what we're doing because, you know, as fans who are now working on this stuff, we love it, and we hope you love it as much as we do.
There it is, guys. Star Wars coming home to Marvel. Thank you so much, CB and Jordan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And for all things Marvel, for all things Star Wars, keep it locked on IGN.